welcome back to 20Somethings TV, the show for 20-somethings by 20-somethings, the #1 news channel in Rhode Island. Please don't check that. I'm your host, Justin Peters, and with me as always are my fellow children of divorce, Lainey, Kaylee, and John Dean. And today we are going to talk about some pretty scary tech stuff and also some nerd stuff, per usual. So first things first, last week I checked Twitter and all I saw, well, because it's run by the man himself, all I saw is the Neuralink news that the first patient is now moving a computer mouse with just their mind and with the Neuralink chip. Neuralink, as we all know, is Elon Musk's new neurological interface system, which plans to have to break strides in the medical and practical usage worlds. It's scary. I mean, what do we think about it? Good, bad?
Well, first, let me start off by saying the first mistake opening all of this up was that you checked Twitter.
That's true. That is
But
very
then, following up, I really do everything I possibly can to not know what Elon is doing. I do everything in my power. So when I was doing research for this, I found so much about the ethical concerns of it. It's insane. It is actually insane. Just, they don't have a board of review for this as of right now, and the fact that they are putting these chips to alter brain chemistry or to alter body functions, and they don't have an ethical board of review, just start there. How is that even able to pass if you don't have doctors and lawyers and people that know this stuff looking at it and saying, is this ethical to do to another person or is this not?
I mean, true, but at the same time, it's a promo, correct? It's not like an actual full thing ready to rock and roll. So that's why they probably don't have all of that whole board.
Well, in order to test medication, you need an ethical board.
No,
Which
you're
is
right.
where the issue is. My dad works in this stuff, so that's why I'm I know. So it's you need a board of ethics for this.
I mean,
In order to start testing for a lot of this stuff, you need a board of ethics, but because it's so new, people are well, what's going on? Which is kind of insane.
I mean, true, but at the same time, I'm thinking about all the positives that could come from this,
Oh, yeah, there's definitely positives,
Absolutely.
but theoretically, if something goes wrong, because this is objectively potentially dangerous technology.
Brain is very sensitive.
It is, and if you mess with it a little too much, you can, while there's a lot of positives, and some of the positives were really incredible, working with people that have paralyzed limbs and allowing them to use phones, technology, able to control wheelchairs so they can get around by themselves. That's incredible. That's amazing, and that's going to do amazing things in the world of medicine. But think about it, if you're putting this into a healthy person and somebody messes up, what are the implications of that? What's going to happen,
John, what do you think?
I know I personally, if it ever does, become a for funsies thing, I want to control YouTube and whatever with my brain. I know I'm never going to get it. That sounds terrifying. But at the same time, it is very mind-blowing, hopefully, not literally.
Oh my God.
That, it can help people, with, some people, can't control even their fingers, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, of course.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I just don't want Tesla ads in my mind. I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Oh my God. I was going to make a reference to Dream Scenario, but I have absolutely no idea if
Fair
anyone
enough.
else has it.
I'll tell you what's been on my mind. These 3 images that I keep seeing pop up on Instagram and unfortunately Twitter. I'm sorry. Of concept art for a possibly canceled Batman Beyond animated film project. It was pitched by one of the art directors for the Spider-Verse films. And again, it is not technically canceled, but the internet has been clamoring to see a full-fledged film based on this character. Did you guys ever watch Batman Beyond growing up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Batman Beyond. My brother showed it to me. I think it's pretty neat, and I think it's exciting to see the potential of maybe one day, especially because it's another one of those things, kind of like Deadpool all those years ago, how it got leaked and whatever. I think they're trying to go for one of those where it's like, leak it to the internet and then popular demand brings it in. But at the same time, is that really how you want to be making a movie come into the spotlight? It can make, maybe higher ups could be a little upset that you're trying to go behind their back or whatever. So that might be the reason that people are petty and it never gets made in the first place.
I think that this, since it's being pitched by one of the art directors for Spider-Verse, that I think people are going to eat it up no matter what, because as we've seen with the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, and although it's not directly derived from Spider-Verse, the new Puss in Boots film.
Oh God, yeah.
Audiences are starting to get more and more picky about how a film looks rather than the contents of it.
Well, especially with animation, because Spider-Verse did incredible things for the animation industry, and it really enforced the idea that animation doesn't have to be for kids, which it never had to be. I mean, honestly, that's an outdated conception, an outdated idea in the world of animation. But with this, you have stylized animation coming into the forefront, and you are getting some really, really talented writers, directors, animators, and you are seeing these people succeed, and it is incredible.
It's so cool to see all of these animations being based off of other animations almost. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like you brought up, and this Batman Beyond are all based off Spider-Verse, and then also Puss in Boots, which not based off of Spider-Verse, but it's based off of Attack on Titan. And so some of the fight scenes are based off of the
opening, especially.
the choreography, and it's like, I'm so happy that those that have made humongous changes in the world-breaking type of changes and discoveries are able to evolve and show
but
ours.
They cannot forget to make the movie actually good. And by good, I mean I think the reason why Spider-Verse, these two films connected with so many people is not just the animation, but the messages of the movies, both of them, the first one being that anyone could wear the mask, and the second being that it's not about who wears the mask, it's about how you wear the mask. And so hopefully if they do make this Batman Beyond movie, they don't forget to make it worthwhile, and to also include the scene from the Return of the Joker movie where Robin gets kidnapped by the Joker, and I'm not going to spoil what happens, but if you've seen that scene, you know what I'm talking about. And speaking of being faithful and just trying to give a good story, we got to talk about Avatar.
Oh yeah, we do.
Now,
Absolutely.
I was never the biggest fan of it growing up. Believe it or not, I saw the M. Night Shyamalan film first, and that put me off from watching the series because I thought it was lame.
Why would you say that?
Is he who made it? I didn't know he made that one.
He did.
Justin Peters. That is so embarrassing. Why did you admit that?
Because for content, Kaylee. I mean,
You're so brave.
Thanks. I mean,
It's better than him just not watching it entirely, The fact that he saw the worst one and got turned off,
No,
it's better than him just seeing the original and being turned off from that.
Okay, yeah, it's true. That does save you a little bit, because if you said, "Oh, I saw the original," hated it.
but again, visuals are not really going to do it anything if the story isn't we can see how it looks here. We have the trailer.
Aang, you must master the Avatar state.
It can be the ultimate weapon. Or it can save your life.
Everyone is counting on me. How am I supposed to save the world if I don't know what I'm doing?
Yeah, so, it doesn't, here's the thing. Netflix adaptations have never been, too peachy, except for One Piece.
That's what I was gonna say, because I have never seen One Piece. I feel like I need to say that. I need to make myself seem like a normal human being. I have never seen One Piece. However, my brother is not a normal human being. He has seen One Piece, and he has also seen the live action version. And he's like, it is probably the best example of an adaptation you are ever going to get.
Probably because the original creator was.
He was on it.
Yeah,
He was
the whole
super
time.
involved
I
in it.
lost faith in this the second that I heard that the original creators of Avatar they didn't like how it was going.
If you're not going to have the original people that created the story and created the characters navigating the remake,
Why do it in the first place?
exactly, don't fix something that's not broken. And I think that
Thank you, because that is what I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that, because why make something that was superb, good, beautiful, fantastic,
Yeah.
stupendous, everything, into a live action adaptation when you can't actually do half the stuff? I mean,
that's the thing with
it
animation.
boggles my mind.
That's the thing with animation. You can do so much more that you can't normally do with live action and make it look incredible because you have the power of literally drawing it into existence, literally programming it into existence. You don't always have that with live action, and if you don't have the budget for good CGI, and even if you have the budget for good CGI, Marvel, and you don't have the budget for good CGI, like, your live action is not going to look the way you want it to be if you are also not going to put in the effort for it. And it's like it wasn't bad. Like, the CGI there wasn't bad, but it doesn't compare to the original.
And they could have made his air cloud like blue.
They
could make the color of the smoke blue. That's not that hard.
Let me tell you,
No.
when I saw that, I was plucked. I was plucked. I was flabbergasted.
I think we're all plucked here on this segment of 20 something. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. And as always, stay 20. And just stay 20. Take a nap.